All right, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Thank you for watching. We got a full leg day lower body session today. A little different because we're not squatting today. Shocker. I've already squatted twice this week. I've already cleaned twice this week. So actually we're not cleaning or squatting, which is very rare on a leg day, but I've been doing 3 leg days a week and just fluctuating the volume. So kind of having 4 movements in a session, really focused on strength and power. Today's session, what I'm really focusing on is gonna be, I'll do a bunch of jumping, a bunch of plyometrics. A trap bar jump will be my main power movement, and then barbell reverse lunges. Yes, that's gonna be the main compound. That's a movement I've been trying to get up. Heavy barbell reverse lunges, a compound movement, go heavy in it. Go heavy RDLs, and then we'll finish with some leg extensions, calf raises. So, but doing the kind of like upper, lower, 3 times a week. So 6 sessions a week, higher frequency, essentially hitting every muscle 3 times a week. Obviously with my lower body training, it's more power and strength focused with a tiny bit of hypertrophy in it, whereas my upper body's more hypertrophy focused and some strength focused. So it's fun. That's the beauty of training. Find the split that fits you, that makes sense. And that's what we're doing here. So we'll get into this session, start with power, or warm up first, start with power, heavy strength, and then we'll finish with a pump. Should be a good one. Let's get it. I'm gonna go triple broad jump to start. So I just did the warm up, banded TKs, 15 each leg, and then I did a 20-second Copenhagen plank each side, 10 single leg glute bridges, rolled through that 2 times. Now we're gonna start with the power work. So we'll start with a broad jump, but this is a triple broad jump. These are super freaking fun to do. So essentially you're doing 3 broad jumps in a row. The goal is to try to get as far as you can with 3, but also to minimize the time spent on the ground. So you wanna land, punch the ground, go straight to the next one, punch the ground, go in that 3rd one. So I actually measured out the turf here, and I got a measuring tape for the last 3 feet. So I measured out 30 feet, and then, or 27 feet, and I got the 27 to 30 mark, because usually I'm around that zone. So the goal is to get above 28 feet. And I'm just measuring, that's just my own metric, but the goal with this, try to get as far as you can. You can also do it one way where you could do, maybe you have 10 yards, and you try to see how many jumps you get in 10 yards, or 15, or you wanna do 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Play around with it, continuous, it's fun to do. Get horizontal force, that's what we're about here. So I think I'm gonna go like 6 to 8 total reps here, go 1 like every minute, and try to get farther each time. All right, we'll scratch that first one. That was a warm-up one. That was horrible. All right, the first 2 reps have been absolutely horrific. Maybe my body is a little fatigued today, but that's also good to measure stuff, to have metrics, because you can know, like, usually I'm in the 28 plus. I'm not even getting 27 right now. So I'm like a foot to 2 feet behind what I normally get. Kind of a good sign to get before you're training. Kind of see how you're feeling. So you could also use it as that way too, but we'll go 3rd rep here. I'll go rep 4 from behind. First 3 are kind of sloppy. This 3rd one was a little better, so let's see. This rep number 8 here, they've getting been higher and higher. 27-11s, or 28 on the nose, my farthest. So we'll go last one here. Definitely progressed up. First couple were sloppy, but they're feeling better. Knees just had to loosen up, but again, minimize time spent on the ground. Try to get as far as freaking possible. Let's go last rep here. And there we go. Hell yeah. Ooh, 28.3 to finish. All right, triple jumps there. Did 8 total reps. Filmed most of them. Did a couple for Instagram, so if you didn't see all them, but good thing about jumping too is you're probably gonna jump farther and farther as you go. So the first couple, man, I was like, maybe my body is a little tight. I was barely getting like 26, which is ugh. And then by the end, I was getting closer to 28, above 28, which I think the farthest I've gotten is like 29.6 in the last couple of weeks. So not too far off, and I definitely feel way warmed up. So jumping, obviously it's power. You wanna rest in between, make sure you're giving a max output there, but also having metrics, measuring stuff, it just drives intent. Like if I didn't have that measuring tape, I could just be like, oh, they all felt the same. But with that measuring tape, it kind of you know, motivates you to jump farther. So anyways, done with those. So we'll go trap bar jumps here. So now trap bar jumps, I got 30% of my squat max, which is like 155 here. Same thing, power. So this is a good Olympic lifting substitute, as it's less technical, but also you can do it. I Olympic lifted twice this week. I want to do some extra power work. Here I'm gonna pull from the ground, jump as high as possible, produce as much power. Let's go 3 reps, 6 sets of 3, and take like a minute and a half rest in between. So max intent with a trap. Any jumping, any power movement, you know, you're gonna progress these by trying to jump higher and higher week to week. So I've been doing actually the same thing, the same weight, 6 sets of 3 week to week. Obviously I don't have like a jump mat or BBT to measure, but I feel like I'm jumping higher. So we'll go 3 reps here. So I'm gonna go 6 sets, like a minute and a half in between, make sure I get enough rest to maximally produce, but trap bar jumps are really fun. Barbell jumps, trap bar jumps, weighted jumps, super fun to do, especially if you're not familiar with Olympic lifting. You throw some of these in. Generally, like loading wise, I usually go 20 to 30% of my squat max. You don't wanna go too heavy, too heavy, or too light. So I know 20, 30% has kind of been shown for some good power output. So let's freaking rip it, max intent. Oh yeah, big power, let's get it. All right, power work done, got those trap bar jumps. So 6 sets of 3 there. How I've just been progressing them, I've been doing 6 sets of 3 the last 3 weeks. Again, I don't have like something to track it, but I feel like I'm jumping higher. So that's one way I'm playing around with it, because like, you know, you want to be with it. It's not some like a traditional lift where you just add weight each week. You kind of want to be in a certain range. So I'm playing around with them. It's fun to do. It's fun to have metrics like that to play around with, but triple jumps done. Trap bar jumps done. The power and jumping out of the way. Now the body is primed. So doing that primes your body. Obviously it's great to get your power working, but also gets you ready for the heavy lift to follow. So main movement today, heavy barbell reverse lunge. We'll go 5 to 6 range, 4 sets of 5 to 6. Last 2 weeks I've been doing 6s. So we'll see this week I'm gonna add 5 to 10 pounds and rip it from there. So heavy lunges to start us off. All right, we'll go set 1 here. We got 330. We're shooting for 5 each leg. 5 each leg here. Ooh. All right, that was kind of tough. All right, set 1 done. People always ask, like, how do you reverse lunge that much? Honestly, it's just, it's one of those movements that I don't think a lot of people load. They're so used to it as kind of an accessory movement. So they do that like after they squat, after they deadlift, towards the end of the session. So they're doing it more for a pump. Whereas once you start treating it more as like a strength movement, a heavy single leg, and you start getting familiar with it, once you kind of get, because the stability part's the hard part, but once you get the stability down, you'll be surprised how quickly you start loading it up. And then you get to a point where, you know, you kind of reach the numbers that you know you can hit. So yeah, I'm a big fan of reverse lunges as a compound movement. Same with RDLs. I'll do both of those today. Load them up. Don't have to be just pump accessory exercises. Really go heavy in them and No, it's fun. It's fun to go heavy on a single leg. Obviously, single leg strength is important, but it's just different movement. It feels cool lunging some stuff. So, yeah, I would challenge you to lunge more and do it first or second movement in your workout and start going in like that 1 to 6 range. Get the stability down and maybe lunge in some heavy freaking weight. All right, we got set 4 here. So 3 down, uno mas to go. These are pretty meaty. Some of the reverse lunges though, they're kind of, because of the technical, like having the stability, you really have to lock in when you do them. Like obviously any barbell movement, you know, it's not like a machine. Not saying machines are bad, but like with a barbell movement, you really have to lock in, especially these, because like you really got to get balanced on it. So it's kind of good. And reverse, the beautiful thing about single leg work is once you finish one leg and it sucks, you're like, oh, I get to do it again on the next leg. So essentially each set is 2 sets. Well, that's what makes it fun, fellas. So we'll go set 4 here, going for 5. We're getting 5 here. Can't tell if my camera's sinking down as it's going. It is. It's definitely something on my tripod where it's like causing the camera to fall. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, set 4, baby. Whew. Whew. Heck yeah, 4 sets done. Well, let's freaking go. One thing I saw, and it's a good hack I've seen some people do, but if you go heavy on a single leg, some people recommend almost treating it like 2 sets, or say you do your right leg and then you rack it, rest like 30 to 45 seconds, and then do your left leg. Personally, I don't like doing the rest in between. It can help with strength, because obviously your other leg, even though it's not the one being directed, it is working a little bit even for stability and stuff. Personally, when I do them, I just want to get them done with. So like, if I had to do one leg, rack it, another leg, in my head that's like 8 sets, and it would be mentally draining. Whereas it's like, once I get ripping, I'm ripping. So you can do it that way if you want to rest in between, or you can just go straight into it, kind of how I do it. Also, another big thing with this, you probably notice the set takes me forever to do because, again, you really have to lock in to really control the balance of it and think about it, which if you're going heavy for the first time, take your time on these. Don't rush through them. Really take your time each rep, reset, make sure you're getting that stability, nice step back, go with these. But reverse lunges, man, I can't stress enough. Compound freaking movement. Awesome to do. They're fun to do too, because subtle flex. People walk in, they're probably like, oh, this guy's squatting right now. And then you go do a lunge, like, what? So you could be that guy in your gym. Start doing heavy lunges. Be like, oh, this guy's squatting 3 plates. Nah, bro, freaking lunging that for reps. That could be you. That will be you. Let's go. But anyways, 5 sets or 4 sets down there. Now we can go RDL, same rep scheme, 4 sets of 5. I've been RDLing twice a week, and I'm loving it, loving it. Higher stimulus with it, squatting twice a week, obviously. 2 heavy single legs, and then heavy RDLs. I talk about RDLs all the time. I'll talk about them more in a second, but we'll get into those. All right, getting into some RDLs. Warm-up set here. Figured I'd go through it though. Like, I get a lot of questions how to set for the RDLs. So these are just my cues, because RDLs are a pretty technical movement. Teaching the hip hinge in general is pretty technical. I remember like when I was coaching, teaching it to like 8-year-olds. It's a hard one to get, but once you get it, you know how it feels. So, especially with RDLs, like you want to be nice and safe, but also you want to have a good form, so you're really working the hamstrings and glutes. So I do it. Again, I'd say all the time, use straps. Straps are awesome. Your hamstrings are gonna be way stronger. So strap up, and then I just step out. I'll go feet shoulder width apart. And the big thing I do here is I have that slight bend in the knee right there, and then I'm just maintaining that the whole time throughout. So I'm not getting any bigger as I go. I'm not getting any smaller. I'm just maintaining that. And then from here, I want to keep that bar touching the whole time. So I would say scrape down. So it should be making contact with your thighs, your shins the whole time, scraping down. And then you really just want to think about big chest, pulling those shoulder blades back. And then just think about pushing your butt back. The classic, if you were to close a door with groceries, you just push your butt back. So here, so slight bend, pushing, 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 pushing. Here, coming back up. Slight bend, scraping, 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 coming back up. So that's kind of how I do them. I'll just do a warm-up set of 5. Really want to just focus on it. Also, it's good for me to run through that sometimes to freshen up, make sure, especially in a warm-up set's looking good. So do one more warm-up set, then we'll go 4 by 5. All right, we'll go set 4 here. Damn, my posterior chain is fried from those reverse lunges and RDLs. But sets of 5, kind of that perfect zone, like right below, kind of a little hybrid zone, like that 5 to 8 range we get, like that 4 to 6 range, we get some mostly strength, but some hypertrophy with it. So these are blowing me up today, but that's a good thing, right? So last set here, let's freaking finish, fellas. I forgot how to put a strap on. What the heck? My brain's not working right now. There we go. All right, now it is time to pump the quads. So reverse lunges, RDLs, obviously hamstring glutes, that is blown up. But these suckers right here, they need some love too. I mean, I've squatted twice this week, I've done heavy lunges, but it's so nice doing a leg extension. Like, leg extensions are tough, but when you do so many compound movements, it makes like the machine work seem a lot easier. And it's nice. So I love getting nice quad pumps. So here, I got like 245, and I got this little pad to increase the range of motion, because there's this little thing, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's this little thing that kind of stops it. So this allows me to get past 90 degrees to start. So essentially what I'm gonna do here, set up here, increase that range of motion, and then we're just gonna pump it out, fellas. I'm gonna go like, hopefully close to 15, 12 to 15 range. Essentially just go to failure. 3 sets of this. And the last set I'll do a little rest pause, but I'll go up, try to squeeze at the top, and then nice and controlled on the way down. Ooh, I just gotta get the legs set. All right, let's pump it up, fellas. Whew. All right, got 14 right there. All right, we'll get 2 more sets. All right, we'll go last set here. Hopefully you hear me a little beeping, but last set here we're gonna do a rest pause. So I got 14 the first set, 14 the second. Essentially, hopefully I get 14 or as many reps as I can so I can't get a full range of motion. Then I'm gonna drop it, rest 20 seconds, and then try to get as many extra reps as possible. So rest pauses are great intensifiers. Use them sparingly though. Use them on like the last set of something. But they are awesome to do. Really get some extra reps beyond failure. I just want to blow these freaking quads up, get some blood flow in them. So, which they do have, but last set here. All right, let's freaking eat. Fuck. I got 12. 20-second rest. Fucking quads, goddamn. Oh, they are full. All right, 10 more seconds. All right, as many reps as possible. Oh, fuck. All right, 3 there. All right, finish the quad extensions. Again, those rest pauses, super fun to do. They're challenging, you get some extra reps beyond failure. My thighs feel like they're gonna pop after, which is, it's just so nice doing a leg extension. I'm so used to squatting and heavy stuff that makes leg extensions, although hard, feel a lot easier. So use them sparingly, maybe on the last set of a movement. Machine stuff's a lot easier to do them on too, so you can really overload it, get extra sets, reps beyond failure as well, because essentially you're going to failure, you're resting, and they're doing extra reps. Now, you can also do a drop set where you drop the weight and do it, but if you do a drop set, make sure you're not dropping too much. If you do a drop set and you drop like 50%, now you get 8 extra reps. Ideally, you want to get like anywhere between like 1 to 5 extra reps. So you want to drop the weight enough where it's between 5, or rest long enough where you get between like 3 to 5 reps. So I got 3 there, and that's usually what I get on these rest pauses, but fun as hell to do. So I'm gonna finish with some calf raises, just 4 sets of 10 to 12 on the belt squat calf raise. That's where I do them all on, because that's what we get access to. Awesome machine. If you have a belt squat, try them out on there, get at the edge of it. Think about stretching the bottom, really reaching at the top. It's a great calf variation. So we'll go 4 sets there, and we'll finish it off.
There you go, 1 corner, 1 corner. That was really bad.
All right, session complete, good workout. Stacking days, that's all it is, stacking days. I didn't feel great when I started, but once I started getting going, you feel better, you get better. You never regret a workout, you never regret the work. So wrap it up there. Appreciate everyone watching as always. If you made this far in the video, I want you to comment, what is your go-to hype song? If you could only pick one, you gotta max out on squats, only one song, you're in a great mood, because I know songs can vary depending on your mood, but if you're in that one mood, I'd probably go Everlong just because it's a classic, but I'm curious what you guys think. So if you made this far, comment that. Appreciate everyone watching. Subscribe if you're not. Comment, follow me on Instagram at Dylan Shannon. And yeah, keep getting after it. I'll see you in the next one.